Hi, everybody. All right, let me first off apologize. It's Wednesday, June 3rd. I got slammed all this morning with meetings, and next thing I know, it's 3 p.m., and I wanted to get to the hangar, and so yeah, it's now 7 p.m., and I apologize. But hey, now you got something, to watch. Back when I recorded this, as you can see, I've actually got on a t shirt, and I've got two hoodies on. I think this was first week of April, second week of April. I wish that was now. It is hot. All right, it is crotch rot. Okay, that's how hot it is. In this video, we're continuing to work on changing out the Molex connectors, right? So the Fly LED system is really cool and it's awesome, but it doesn't really have that big of wiring. And the original Molex connectors I made while they worked, it was awful. It just looked awful. Way too big. They weren't staggered quite right, so that they were, all bunched up together and they weren't laying down smooth. So I'm taking this opportunity to redo all of them. And now that they're redone, I thought, let's go ahead and do a little bit of wiring. So here's the thing about the Fly LED lights, right? There's a control board. You remember watching me put it together because I bought the kit. It's awesome. Now, I am consciously saving myself a whole bunch of wire by putting that controls board underneath one of my seats, right? It's a common practice. People do it because, all the wires are coming from either the tail cone or the wings anyway, right? So all that comes into the control board. And then the control board has simply 3 wires that leave and go to the switches, right, and the power. So why bother running the lights from the wings and from the tail cone all the way back up behind the panel, right? That'd be like another 5 feet of 4 feet of wire each. Let's just say 4. So you're talking like an extra 20 feet of wire for no reason. So I'm going to save it. Before I put that in, I'm going to test something here. So this is a simple junction terminal box that I'm putting underneath the co-pilot seat. This is going to be used for helping split apart the seat heater. Oh, no, not the seat heater. USB, maybe? This goes along about the same routes, right? I've got a bunch of wires that are all powering one thing from one single breaker, right? There's no reason to have all the wires meeting at that breaker when all the wires could just meet up in this tiny little terminal junction and then go back behind the panel. Okay? Now that I've got that installed and I'm happy with it, well, first I'm doing something really cute. Oh, yeah. So I'm making bushings. So I've got a little brass hollow rod, and I'm using that to make little half-inch bushings so that I can mount the Fly LED control panel, kind of off the surface. Combine that with some pen head number 6 screws and washers and some nylock nuts, and we're now going to mount the Fly LED control panel underneath my seat. There's my little 90-degree drill adapter. That thing is so sweet. I haven't gotten to use it in a while, but when you need it, it really comes through. So if you look, this is pretty much the only place where I felt really comfortable putting the control panel. You can see that the next bay over is where the crotch strap bracket is for the seat restraint, right? So not 100% sure of what all entails being in there. I thought, I'm just going to put it one on the outside. That way it's closer to the other wing anyway. And this should be good. Okay, let's see. So while I'm mounting this up, any news? It's hot. The world is melting. The world's trying to kill itself. And so is the virus. So there you go. There's all the updates. The hanger I'm getting to use is freaking sweet. I've actually started doing some work finally, which you will see eventually. So there we go. So you can see the little brass bushings I use, and of course there's the nav show. Always label everything that you're putting in, right? Now it's just a matter of bringing the wires from the sides of the fuselage where they go into the wings and back towards the tail cone, right? So all those come into that control board, and then one 3-strand wire will leave the control board and go towards the panel where it will be used for the nav lights switch, the strobe switch, and I believe there's also wigwag involved too, which is really cool. There I am doing a little testing. Always test your wiring, right? Especially with these Molex connectors, because you just never quite know when one of these things just doesn't make a connection. I mean, you get good quality ones, especially the larger ones. They do generally fit better, but still, you just want to make sure. Okay, apparently my butt's going to be in the fuselage for the rest of the video. Okay, so in the next video, we're going to work on some more wiring. This is definitely wiring week. So thank you for joining me, everybody, and see you soon.